When you think about taking risks, do you feel uneasy, like there's a knot in your stomach, and then you wind up talking yourself out of it? If that sounds like you, then I want to tell you something that I wish someone told me a long time ago. You are not stuck because you are incapable. You are stuck because your fear feels more familiar than your future. But today, you don't have to stay in that place. And I'm going to show you exactly how. So let's talk about it. In last week's episode, we discussed why many people stay stuck even though they desire success. And the reason why is because they choose security over taking a risk or an opportunity. To them, security feels safe. It feels like they have reassurance that things are going to work out, and they have comfort and they have a sense of control. But when it comes to risks, it feels very dangerous. It feels very cloudy, like you don't really know if everything is going to come together, and it's going to require sacrifices from you. So when you compare the thing that feels safe and you feel like you have reassurance in to the thing that requires sacrifice and you don't really know how it's going to work out, a lot of people choose to go the safe route. And what a lot of people fail to realize is that the safe route is going to be what keeps you in the same place. The safe route is never going to take you to the things that you desire. And so last week, we talked about why you need to take risks and how you should be taking intentional risks. But a big reason why people do not take risks is because of their fears. And so that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk to you about how to navigate through your fears so that you can start taking risks that changes your life. So the first way to navigate through your fear is by reducing the likelihood of it not working out. Remember, I said that the reason why a lot of people are afraid of risks is because you don't know if it's going to work out. You like the safe route because you have that reassurance that when I do this, this is going to happen. For example, I told you guys that I was battling with starting a business and working a job. I felt like business was really risky because you could have months where you don't make any money, and then you can have months where you make thousands of dollars. And I felt like, at least with a job, I know that if I put in 40 hours a week, there's going to be a paycheck coming at the end of the week, or there's going to be a paycheck coming in 2 weeks. So that gave me some type of reassurance that I know that if I put in this work, this will happen in return. But with a lot of risks, you don't really know what's going to happen in return, which makes you afraid and which makes you not want to take it. So what you have to do is you have to reduce the likelihood of it not working out. And the way that you do that is by, number one, you measure the risk to reward. So you want to observe the risk that you are about to take. And you want to ask yourself, what do I need to do in order to take this? What do I need to sacrifice? What needs to happen? What is my part in making this risk and taking this risk and making it happen? Then on the flip side, what is the reward that I am getting in return? Or what is the reward that I'm likely to get in return? And based on what I have to put in versus what I'm getting back, do I feel like it is worth it? If I don't feel like it's worth it, then I'm not going to take this risk. But if I do feel like it's worth it, then I'm going to move on to the second part of reducing the likelihood, which is educating myself. I want to make sure that I understand enough about what I'm doing so that it is more likely to happen. If I jump into something and I'm completely ignorant and I have no idea how it works, or no idea how to navigate it, or no idea how to get to the other side, I am likely going to fail in that area. But if I educate myself, if I invest in a course or a coaching program, or read a book, or watch YouTube videos, or do some type of education so that I can learn more and I can understand how to actually do this effectively, then that reduces the likelihood of this thing failing. The second thing that I want you to do to navigate through your fear is I want you to change your perspective. So when you think about the reason of why you are feeling afraid over this thing, it is normally because you are having doubts. You are having thoughts in your head that is saying, what if I do this and I lose everything? What if I do this and it doesn't work? What if I do this and I go into the hole? What if I fail? Those thoughts are literally made up scenarios that are not real. They are fake scenarios that you are telling yourself and that you are choosing to believe. But if you can create a new scenario and you can put a new scenario in your head, and if you can focus your attention on that new scenario, it might make it easier to navigate through your fear. Because as of right now, you keep telling yourself, what if I fail? What if this doesn't work out? What if I lose everything? What if I take out this loan and then I can't pay it back? And then now I'm in the red, What if everything doesn't work? But what if you change your perspective and you start telling yourself, what if this does work? What if I take out that loan and I double what I took that loan out for? What if I don't end up in a hole and this actually changes my life? What if this is the key to the breakthrough that I have been praying and praying and praying about for all these years? What if everything works out for me? And what if you focus your attention on these positive scenarios, which starts giving you a little bit more comfort and making it easier for you to navigate through that fear? Start changing your perspective and stop giving in to the negative ones that you're telling yourself. And the third way to navigate through your fear is simply by doing it afraid. A mistake that many people make is they feel like fear is going to disappear. They feel like I need to get rid of my fear in order to actually move into this thing. But fear is an emotion and it's natural. It's natural to feel fear about things that you've never done before. And so instead of trying to get it to go away, you're going to have to learn how to navigate through it. That is why this entire time I have been saying way number one to navigate through your fear, not get rid of your fear, but navigate through your fear is this. You are going to have to learn how to move while feeling fear, how to do scary things while being scared. And when you make it through, you'll realize that you had nothing to be afraid about. Even as you're navigating through this, have you ever did something that felt really scary, but as you were doing it, you kind of started to calm down and you started to feel like, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it was? That's because the experience of doing that thing helped reduce your anxiety. And so a lot of you are wondering, how can I get over this fear to, start this thing? You have to actually experience the thing and realize that the thing isn't as bad and as scary and as big as you thought it was in order to stop feeling afraid. And then once you actually go through it and you actually succeed, you'll realize there was nothing to be afraid of. And when you move into something similar in the future, you're no longer going to feel that fear because it's now normal to you. And so it's important for you to understand that you are not stuck because you are incapable. You are stuck because you are afraid to take a risk. And that fear is lying to you. And so you have to take the initiative today to navigate through your fear in a smart and intentional way, so that you can still succeed no matter how you're feeling. And so that is all that I have for you today. Before we go, of course, I have an action step that I would love to give you. So sometime this week, I want you to choose one thing that you have been afraid to do because of your fear. Then I want you to ask yourself, what is the risk that you are taking? What education or preparation would make this risk wiser? And if this worked out better than expected, how would it change your life? And hold on to those things and take that risk now. But that is all that I have for you today. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you leave a comment and let me know how this has helped you. And I will see you next week.